Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. The omnipotent power of Ryota has been able to bring Gyotaro back to life. That's right, the power of that being that had arrived was so much that it wasn't compared to beings of those multiverses. Meanwhile, in the universe of Kakarot's sister, Kefura was very worried because his brother did not wake up. However, at that time, the Prince of the Saiyans would approach.
Kakarot, you're the most amazing warrior I've ever met. I don't think this battle will be the last one.
Vegeta, despite everything that happened, you're still here. Mr. Goku, we're all here with you. We've never betrayed you. We all suffered from your father's angelic technique. He was the only one who really betrayed you.
Goku at that moment would be out of combat again. That's right, Goku's body was in very bad condition.
It would be better to let Mr. Goku rest. That'll help him.
Will Kakarot recover?
I will see about the spite of how badly they're getting along. You worry too much about my little brother. Don't worry. The only thing he needs is to rest.
Meanwhile, in a faraway multiverse was Ryota next to Leviathan.
We must increase our battle level. Kefura's power is incredible, but legends say that the power of his younger brother Kakarot's unmatched.
That can't be true, since I myself was able to defeat him effortlessly. I would have been able to end his life if that damn one hadn't interfered.
You didn't fight with the real Kakarot. You fought with his second divine root.
Second divine root?
I can see that you have no idea about the omnipotent world. I'll explain it to you in a quick and simple way. All of us have a divine root, either mortal level or omnipotent level, but the Kakarot insect is said to have 7 roots.
How is it possible to have 7 divine roots? Do all omnipotent beings possess 7 divine roots?
Of course not. For that very reason his power is so great, because by uniting his 7 roots, he completes an incredible level of omnipotence, being able to end the whole omnipotent world with a single snap of his fingers if he wanted to.
In that case, we must not allow him to reach all the divine roots. How can we stop him? For if he does, we'll be finished.
Not completely. After millions of years, I was able to get 5 divine roots. I had to die 5 times and cultivate all my power again, but I currently have 5 divine roots.
That damn Saiyan still has 2 more of them. You can still defeat him?
Ryota at that moment would have a very serious look on his face. Even though he has 7 divine roots like the legendary Kakarot has, I wouldn't feel confident enough to beat him, because he is a formidable opponent.
That's the same reason we must train. I understand everything you said, but if there are only 3 of us, they'll tear us to pieces. There's too many.
We're not alone. Murder Squad!
At that moment, hundreds of soldiers would step forward.
They are elite warriors from all multiverses.
However, at that moment, a great light would likewise fall on the castle they were in.
Well, Ryota, were you planning to leave me out of this fun battle?
Zenitsu, what the hell are you doing here? How did you find out about Kakarot's return?
That miserable monkey made fun of me hundreds of times, so I wanted to end his pathetic life with my own hands. And I'm not the only one.
That same moment, 3 warriors of the same form arrived. They were the other omnipotent gods who were a little terrified of the power of Kakarot.
All of us are very worried because the power of Kakarot is not the only problem. The multiverse of the traitor demon Zeku, the father of Zeno-sama, has returned. His level of omnipotence was so great that he could face Kakarot.
That's right. Zeku is the only warrior to be able to face Kakarot individually, since all of us had to unite at least 5 omnipotent gods to be able to give him a scratch. You do not worry. Kakarot's power is currently only that of a simple child. His omnipotent power is not even at 5% of the power he had before.
What Nin says is right, but we must not let this great opportunity we have pass us by, because even Kefura's power has increased. Now it can be a real problem. I know I'm not at the level of all you, but I promise to train to be of help in this battle. We won't let that miserable Saiyan regain his power.
That's right. We must be ready and fight in every possible way. Remember, this is not a tournament. All kinds of traps and advantages, we can use them.
That wretch won't even get his 5 root back, since I'll be the one to take his heart.
Meanwhile, returning to Kefura's planet in this place, Kakarot, about 5 days, had awakened. Goku was very confused since his last memory to use a power beyond his limits to be able to defeat Gyutaro. At that moment, Vegeta had entered the room.
Kakarot, I can tell you finally woke up. I never thought I'd say this, but you don't know how happy I am to see you.
Don't say stupid things, Vegeta. You're the Prince of the Saiyans, so you shouldn't feel this kind of stupid things.
Kakarot, I've always changed. I can feel a cold essence. However, deep inside him, he still has that kind and caring being that I knew.
Kakarot would ask for some explanation, since in the last days all his memories seemed to have been erased. Vegeta, without problem, would explain everything that happened. In these days, leaving a little surprise to Goku to know that this one had a brother who dominated the power of the Omnipotence. Nevertheless, all were not good news, since approximately 2 days ago, they had felt the power of all the omnipotent gods in the same specific point, and after some moments, they all disappeared. At that moment, Kefura would enter the room where Kakarot was resting, being equally surprised to see his brother awake.
Brother! After such a long time, I'm able to see you again. When Miyukui informed me that you were alive, I couldn't believe it. Actually, I don't remember you, but the moment you're near me, I can feel nostalgia in my heart. That happens because all your divine roots are not yet open, and for one reason, your memories are scattered.
At that moment, Goku in his stable mind was able to observe thousands of battles he had with Kefura. That's right, they really knew each other for millions of years.
How can I unite all my divine roots? I want to get all my memories back. For that, the only thing we could do is to increase your power. Each divine root requires a specific level of power. When you reach the required level, your power and memories will come back. Then I shouldn't waste time. I better train. But first I want to see how strong I've become in all this time.
Goku in the same place would begin to increase his powers, appearing again his Omni marks.
No, not here. You'll destroy my entire castle.
Goku, without caring about what his sister had told him, continued to increase his power. His muscles had become a little bigger. The most surprised was Vegeta, whose maximum power was the transformation of the Ultra Ego. Goku, from one moment to another, released all the power retained at that time, and to everyone's surprise, Goku had been able to access his third root. At that moment, all the power began to be transmitted throughout his body.
Even though you're a now simple trash, you'll never cease to amaze me with your level of increasing power. You increase it 100 times faster than any other being.
Goku, in a few moments, was able to balance all his power, being able to dominate it completely. However, at that precise moment, Goku would throw a sphere of energy towards Vegeta, which at that moment would feel an immense pain throughout his body.
Oh, what the hell, Kakarot? What's wrong with you, you damn insect?
Master all that power and make it part of your own power. You're the Prince of the Saiyans. I trust you, Vegeta.
Vegeta at that moment would pass to Super Saiyan Blue. However, all his power would continue to increase in a big way. At that moment, Mikoshin and Archon would enter from where he felt that great power.
What's going on? The power released from Vegeta's body is not normal.
That's very similar to what Kakarot-sama did with us. It's helping him to break all his limits.
That's right, at that moment, everyone was surprised to see how Vegeta, at that moment, would begin to reach the same transformation as Goku. That's right, the Omni marks that had appeared in the same way throughout his body after a big explosion would blow up some trees and mountains. You could see the Prince of the Saiyan in the long-awaited transformation of the Omni Super Saiyan.
Thank you, Kakarot, for this power. From now on, I promise to increase my power more than before.
Son Goku, despite everything that has happened, I will not stay behind.
I was chosen millions of years ago as a supreme god of destruction.
Tell me, what do you think of this?
Beerus at that moment began to raise his power in a great way, making the whole universe where they were shaking. That's Beerus. He had agreed to his new transformation.
Years ago, you were the Saiyan god of my dream, so now I want to see how much you've raised your power.
Beerus at that moment would throw himself against Son Goku, being able to connect his punch successfully. However, Beerus' punch had not been able to move him a single centimeter.
Hundreds of years ago, I saw your power as an unattainable, But that's all you could do with 100% of all your power? But you're right about one thing. Your power compared to mere gods has increased greatly. But with me, you don't stand a chance.
Goku at that moment would deliver a powerful blow to his stomach, making Beerus return to normal and fall to the ground out of combat.
Wow, I only used 19% of all my power. I must restrain myself a little with my allies. This power is explicitly to finish those bastards. Well, Mr. Goku has increased his power again. The power he currently possesses is even capable of taking out a king with just one finger.
Whis' words would surprise all the other angels and gods who did not believe the power that this mortal had reached. However, the god Champa would approach Archon. Mighty Rebel God Archon, we wish to be of help in this battle. How can we perform a fusion like the one you have?
Are you guys serious?
That's right. Even if my brother's most powerful god wasn't able to give battle to Son Goku, we'll be of no help against the real enemies.
Of course I'll help you. You'll be the second merger of more than two beings. All the gods and angels will unite for good of all the multiverses.
Okay. At that moment, Archon would create a pentagram in which all the gods and angels would enter.
With the power of these 24 beings, unite them into one. Take every drop of their power to create a better universe.
At that moment, everything would begin to spin and a gigantic power was being released from the center of the pentagram. That's right, the birth of a supreme level being had been a success.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.
Track